Don't talk over me.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You made a motion, I just denied it. You want to bring that up with your next attorney and file something formally the prosecutor can deal with, that's fine. In the meantime, we'll adjourn this date 2 weeks out so we can do the paperwork to get another attorney here instead of Mr. Noakes to represent you.
I don't even remember that. But I would like, this is on the record, am I correct?
Yeah.
I would like to assert my rights to a speedy trial related to this case right now on the record. I feel that my rights have already been violated. My rights to a speedy trial have already been violated. And so I'm asserting that right today. And this adjournment, I do not wish to have attributed to me.
Okay. Well, it's not because you didn't ask for it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So let's address the speedy trial. Don't talk over me.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You made a motion, I just denied it. You want to bring that up with your next attorney and file something formally the prosecutor can deal with, that's fine. In the meantime, we'll adjourn this date 2 weeks out so we can do the paperwork to get another attorney here instead of Mr. Noakes to represent you.
What you're on. We're going to take the date time that we got. Separate was able to show that the time of the pullover as well as now she continuously had a valid license. The argument is missing the no operator's license on person. She'll be playing responsible to the impeding traffic. It's not too long to take it.
All right. Heather, make sure they wrote the impeding traffic at the same time. Let's find out where that's at in the system. I want to make sure it's not defaulted or something.
Oh, I'm sure it is if it's not with the.
Yeah.
She made it. She made it.
You already pay it?
I didn't realize.
She paid a bond on this one. That's all right. The computer will tell us. Yeah, the computer will tell us.
Thank you. No, it seems like she paid it, September 15th, $396.
Yeah, so I'm just going to dismiss the misdemeanor and return the bond to her, or 90% of the bond. Okay. Anything else? You look confused.
She's getting money back. She's confused. Another claim to her.
Yes. So you paid the civil infraction because that was in default. That's on a faster time frame than the misdemeanor. So you paid that one already. That's a closed file as far as the court's concerned. This one you posted $150 cash bond. So because the prosecutor wants to dismiss this, I'll dismiss it and we keep a 10% bond handling fee. So you'll get 90% of that back. All right? You know?
Court got paid. Yeah, that's all set.
Thank you so much.
Have a nice day. Diamond Love Jones.
Yeah, respectfully said. 360 only 50 year on that Love Jones. Currently, the concept for pre-trial speaking of the prosecuting defendant on unable to proceed will be up in the matter of recent.
All right, this is.
But I'm guessing that's not Jadala's writing, because Jadala's signing in blue.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's.
Good morning, deputy. Who do you have there?
This is Mr. Littlejohn.
All right.
His attorney's not up.
He just went to check in with another court.
Yep, so.
We lost the attorney for just a minute. He had to check in with another court. So as soon as we get him back, we'll put him in a breakout with Mr. Littlefield.
Okay, copy that.
Sorry?
Driver is another one.
Okay.
Is Mr. Driver right there?
I just asked him who that was and said.
That's little,
Oh.
that's Littleton, but we need Driver.
Okay.
His thumb is on. Mr. Littleton, can you look at the deputy?
Yeah.
Yeah, the German rescue wanted to bring up something about one. That was good, oh? Okay.
Sure.
Deputy, can you see Driver? You got me?
You want driver? We'll get driver.
Thank you,
Yep.
sir.
Come back, driver.
It does.
Miss Allen? Ms. Aaron.
Get that.
Well, it certainly wasn't me.
Do you need a breakout room?
Yes, I would love a breakout room, Mr. Driver.
We got enough prosecutors in here. I don't know why things aren't moving fast. Got three.
Oh,
And that's it. You got plenty of attorneys running around.
Are we waiting for cops to different votes?
Yeah, I think, Mr. Lackey is in, Judge Patton's.
oh, yes.
Is he in Judge Patton's?
Well, we got Sissy on, well, Sissy is on Zoom.
She's for Littleton.
Oh,
And
okay.
for Moses,
Okay.
or Moore, Elizabeth Moore. Again.
Wondering if I'm making a mistake by just thinking,
Is he?
I think he's just gonna come in here and this morning. We'll see, in my impression.
He's off the page.
He was off the case.
Huh?
He was off the case way back when.
He?
Yeah, that's what she actually told me. He didn't off the case. He was supposed to be going to private practice.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh,
But he's still here. I mean,
no, I think in, the virtual, he's gone.
okay, that's
He's not with him anymore.
there's your jailer.
That's.
What's his name?
DOC. Why did she not?
Maybe she's done with the already.
No. He needs to go under,
Are we ready on Godell? Gentlemen, your appearances?
Alexa Cohen on behalf of the people requesting a practice under Michigan Court Rule 3.120B.
Granted.
Good morning, I'm Patrol this started happening this week.
I understand we're adjourning this.
Yes, we're asking for an adjournment here. This is my first pre-trial for that, what we paid.
All right. And it was bond discussion.
That's fine.
Go ahead.
We're continuing towards just reiterate the no contact order. There was a third party to contact about her appearance in court today.
Okay. Sir, no contact means no contact of any kind. You don't have anybody talk to her. You run into a Burger King, you're eating a Taco Bell. Just at this point, she does not exist to you. Understood? Okay. Anything else? Did we get a date?
no, they took it away from me.
Okay, pick a Wednesday. Doesn't matter to us.
November 5th.
That work for counsel, prosecutor? Whose is that? Heather?
I think, Patton,
And what time we want to do it?
what kind on the, but
How about 9:15? All right, that's Judge Patton's Zoom docket.
this is just another break.
Yeah, just pretrial. This is not a final pretrial with complainant to appear, correct? Thank you. Samir, how you been?
Good.
Good, good.
Pretty good.
Family well?
Nice, really good pre-trial.
Good.
Everyone is good. Sometimes, I miss being here.
We miss you too.
Yeah. So whenever I have an opportunity, I try to make it up there.
Oh, we appreciate it.
It's harder and harder to get the opportunity.
Much rather see you in person.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Let's. Yeah. Did you go yet? Just, I didn't know. I was just hearing. Yeah. What?
Whatever one day you want. I mean, Judge Oakley is next week, so.
Yeah, I'm a house counsel for Judge Oakley, if I heard you say that.
November
That's still good. But,
Another final pretrial?
yeah, but what, the witness does not have to appear. They've already appeared prior. The only reason why we keep setting it is to get the digital, and he's having a hard time getting it from his officer in charge or something.
All right, what time do you want?
Our house counsel's on there all day, doesn't it?
All right, is your client here?
Yes, she is.
I'll just, okay, I will get her notice.
9:30. Yeah. I have 100 books at 9:30 those days, so that's pretty good.
And this is a Mohammed case.
No, this is a DD.
So it is Lefty.
Yes, so that,
Okay, because they have more.
yeah. No, it's a living conceivable. My first time meeting this person.
Mr. Lefty is,
Yeah.
see, that's why it's nice to meet in person.
Traffic rules, and this is a state docket.
Oh,
Like, I'm saying that, what the state docket is this?
No. Well, that's like, so last week was my first time I came down how the first time. No.
Yeah.
So the elevators are empty, the hallways are
You
empty.
went to the city county building,
No,
The,
New Hall of Justice.
criminal justice center?
the new criminal justice, very, very nice, but. There.
Yeah, because I think more than half the judges in
Well, the one
That's what I told him.
we. 20 and then.
yeah, because the city county building, it's 95%.
I don't, it's probably here.
Yeah, with the city council building on top, the well, civil and family stuff is, it's 95%. So it goes down now. It's very, very, it's a bonus.
Great food. All right, thank you.
Thank you,
No,
guys.
it's to your client.
You're like, well, you're gonna have a
Thank
good day.
Is this Mr.
Pardon?
Becker?
Hernandez. Mr. Graziani, are you ready on Hernandez?
Sir.
He's going to plead to fail to exhibit a hunting license,
Yeah, sir.
and we're going to dismiss the fishing license.
Well, the fishing / hunting, it should have written a little bit better.
No.
The original charges, you know, Judge, is criminal misdemeanor and failure to display would be the,
All right, so one charge is fishing without a license. He's just going to plead to fail to display.
correct.
And then we're going to dismiss both the original misdemeanors.
Correct, sir.
Right. Sir, your name is? All right, Mr. Heisley, thank you. Do you swear or affirm that you will actually translate between English and Spanish, Spanish and English, so we can discuss these matters today? Fill him in.
Good morning, Judge. It's John Graziani, Andy Hernandez.
Mr., go ahead.
Criminally plead for the civil infraction of failure to display fishing / hunting license. And as you described earlier, it would result in dismissal of the 2 original misdemeanor. You understand that, sir?
Mr. Hernandez, did you discuss your rights and options with Mr. Graziani?
Yeah.
You understand those rights and the options they give you?
Yes.
Are you pleading responsible to fail to display a license? Did you buy a license now?
No.
Are you going to?
Yeah.
When? Bring it back and I won't give you any fines and costs today. Deal? How soon? Let's do this. On this file, fines and costs are $150. Or show us a valid license by 3 p.m. So pay us $150 by 3 p.m. or show us that you went out and purchased the license.
You understand that, sir? ¿Puedo pagar o Right, so you're saying I can either pay or go get the license?
Yeah, but the license is a hell of a lot cheaper than 150.
Okay, pero y me voy a tener que pagar aquí de nuevo. Yeah, but so then if I go, then I'd have to come back here before 3. ¿En la puerta? ¿O roughly, you're saying here to the same court?
Yep. Yep. Tell him to get on 94, go to Belleville Road, go to Myers, buy his license and come right back.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Judge. Thank you so much. That's.
Counsel, you ready?
Yeah.
Your appearance for Kerr.
Morning, Your Honor. Joseph Villarosa on behalf of the defendant, Mike Hurst.
All right, counsel, I've got a piece of paper here that the complainant does not want to move forward.
That's correct, Your Honor. This was set for a pretrial and an opportunity to speak with the prosecutor, the complaining witness and the victim as well, are refusing to participate. They do not want to participate in the future of this case. Therefore, we're moving forward to dismissal of the.
Granted. Dismissed without prejudice. Have a good day.
We copy of it, we're revoking that one.
You need a copy of something? All you're gonna get is my scribble on the ROA.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
On screen, Judge, is, driver with Miss Bush.
Are they ready?
Yes.
Counsel, your appearance for driver, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service by Summers Brush, P number 85828, appearing on behalf of Henry Driver, who is present via Zoom today. Mr. Driver, please state your name for the record.
You can unmute.
There you go. State your name, Mr. Driver.
My name is Henry Driver.
Thank you. Go ahead, counsel.
Your Honor, we are just requesting that the date set for the preliminary examination remain the same. Next week
All
at
right, so
11
that's
a.m.
next Wednesday at 11 a.m., correct?
Yes, Judge.
All right, we'll see you then.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Driver, can you send Mr. Littleton, please?
Yes, I can. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Driver.
You're welcome.
I'm assuming Mr. Noakes is gonna have to talk to him.
Please.
Mr. Noakes, you want a breakout room when we get him in?
Yes, please.
Done. Thank you,
Okay, Judge,
Deputy.
let's bring little Johnny in. Just grab it over there.
All right, Mr. Littleton, we're gonna put you in a breakout room with Mr. Noakes, your attorney.
Chill, it might be fine. Doubt it. Okay, chill. Okay.
Who's my name? Oh, Mr. Noakes. Richard Allen, he's also Mr. Noakes's client. He's an MDOC. We do need to arrange.
Yes. Every day, if she didn't say not touch her.
So how come he's not scheduled at 8:30?
Do prisons at 10, just so we don't have too many. I don't know, just- Mr. Ali, if I mute you,
Yes, I can hear you, man.
but can you mute and unmute yourself or no?
I can't, I don't think I'm capable of doing it. Let me call,
Because he has a warrant, so he must never show. Unless,
Judge Martin arraigned him on September 6th, 2022.
yeah, 22. Then he got a warrant. You need to go, so we just have to
I
arrange.
need to be unmuted.
Yeah, he needs a bond. Yeah.
that he trusts the system, like, he thought he was supposed to be protected by the system.
Am I unmuted?
And so when I tried to explain that to him, everything that was going on at that time, I tried to explain that to a judge, when he, judge, Mark and Trueside, which is.
Yeah.
It's the,
Who's speaking?
No, but we're hearing, maybe it's in the room next to him.
Oh, yeah. Can you hear?
Yeah.
Everything that's you're hearing, we're hearing. Because we
All right.
can't mute you.
It's too loud. They can hear him. They can hear his conversation. The judge can hear his conversation. Okay, but I'm unmuted, right, sir?
Yeah, because if we mute you, then we can't unmute you.
So I don't know what. Okay. I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
No, you're all right. It's
Okay.
not on you,
All right.
Mr. Holly.
Sir.
So is everything good then?
I don't think it's good because we don't have we can't mute you to cut out all that background noise because then we got to wait for you to walk in there and unmute. You follow me?
Yeah, I do. Unfortunately, our rooms are right next to each other. I'll ask the guy next door if he can keep it down.
Oh, I don't care if he doesn't keep it down, but his private conversation is going out on the internet right now.
Okay.
So
I can show you how to mute it.
that would be great.
Yeah, if you take this mouse
Perfect.
right here, click here, that little button, and then see there's mute. And when you turn green, you're good.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you, Mr. Holly. We'll let you know when it's time to unmute.
Yeah.
Mr. Noakes, are you ready?
I'm better.
Are we ready on Littleton?
Yes, Judge.
Huh?
Mr. Noakes, I think you're muted. Or you're frozen. I'm not hearing anything.
Can you hear me now, Your Honor?
I can hear you loud and clear. How about appearances on this case?
Good morning, Your Honor. Sonam Oksisian on behalf of the people, P83923, standing in for the APA of record, Elizabeth Moore.
Good morning. Please, this honorable court, William Noakes, P42796, Defendant Service of Detroit, on behalf of Mr. Eric Littleton. Mr. Littleton, tell the judge your name.
Huh?
Just state
Who's
your
the
name,
judge?
Mr. Littleton.
Judge,
Oh, hi. My name is Eric Littleton.
Thank you.
Who are you, sir?
My name is Judge Oakley, 34th District Court.
Okay, I don't really know where I'm at, but okay. Hi.
What are we doing today, Mr. Noakes?
Your Honor, I'm requesting an adjournment of the competency review to give my independent psychiatrist time to examine Mr. Littleton. Given his behavior, I'm not confident in the competency review that I've received.
Any idea how soon you can that evaluation can take place?
I'm expecting us to have it done within inside of the next 4 weeks.
I'm sorry, within 4 weeks?
Yes, Your Honor.
What's our December dates? December 3rd. That's about December 3rd, Mr. Noakes.
Give me a moment. The third is fine, Your Honor.
How about, let's do this. Could we do it November 26th? And then I can do December 3rd as an exam date if we need one. November 26th, give you enough time?
It should, Your Honor.
All right, so let's set the competency hearing for the 26th at 11 a.m. I'm sorry. Let's do it at 8:30 because he's in custody. We know we can get to jail first thing in the morning. Thank you.
All right. And then the third for an exam if needed.
Correct.
Judge,
right.
we will have to verify that the third works with the complainant. I believe now she's
Sure.
flying in from Australia, so I don't know how much time we'll need, but I just wanted the court to be on notice about that.
That's fair enough.
I will let Miss Moore know, though.
Yeah. So we'll nail that down on the 26th. If we have to, we'll pick a separate date because Miss Moore is not my regular prosecutor. Does not have to be on a Wednesday.
Understood. Thank you.
All right. Anything else today?
No, Your Honor.
Nothing
All right.
else from the people, Judge.
All right.
Mr. Howley.
Are we done with the jail?
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Ready on Scott Davis.
Morning again, Judge. Yeah, I'm crossing the agreement on behalf of Scott. Please introduce yourself, sir.
My name is Scott Davis.
Good morning.
We've discussed this matter with the prosecutor and I've explained all the rights associated with this plea and Mr. Davis is wishing to plead operating on the prosecuted first offense.
Sir, did you discuss your rights and options with counsel?
Yes, sir.
You understand all that?
Yes,
Do you understand the possible penalty for the charge?
yes, I do.
Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty to this charge freely and voluntarily today?
Yes, sir.
On January 31, 2022, did you drive a vehicle in Huron Township? Prior to driving the vehicle that day, did you consume some alcohol?
Yes.
Did you take a breath test or a blood test?
But
Do you know the results? Are you satisfied with the plea? I'll accept the plea to the first offense. I'll dismiss the second offense notice, and I'm going to send Mr. Davis downstairs. I'm going to send you down to deal with our probation department. They're going to schedule for you to come back for a pre-sentence interview. Based on that interview, they'll put together a report and recommendation for sentencing. When you come back for your sentencing date, you'll figure that out today too. When you come back for your sentencing date, you'll have a chance to go over with your attorney that report and recommendation. I'll look at that report, then the three of us will have a conversation before I sentence you. Do you understand all that?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions about the process? All right, bond is continued.
That Mr. Davis had obviously a previous conviction, I believe it was either 2015 or 2016. My concern is that he would fall within a 7-year period in which he would be automatically revoked. Mr. Davis has not driven in 3 years.
Good.
I'd like the court to note that he's been pretty clean and if possible to be a part of the sobriety court. If there is a sobriety court.
There is. Yeah, there is. Yeah, make that request and then we'll screen him for that.
Thank you, John.
All right. Good luck, sir. Bond is continued.
Mr. Tansey?
Yes, I've spoken one.
Oh, have you?
Got more issues on.
Oh, okay. Okay, I just want to make
That's
sure. Yeah.
what's all we're moving on. Like I said, I just wish it was fun. I call these people.
Well, because,
He's a part of the other class.
Joe, when you come back?
Thanks for.
he doesn't want to talk about his petition. He doesn't want people to know it's someone.
You know.
Well, the whole world.
Yeah, you're gonna go back by the end of the month? Because I can't see if he's gonna accomplish it. No.
There's a costume right here.
Are you dressing up? It's not.
Are you?
I want to figure something out.
Luckily, it's on a Friday, so it's.
Yeah, you know, that's more fun.
Yeah.
I got no idea. Would be. What do we do? CPR. Oh, good. I'll work that. You can be a victim. You can be the patient for CPR training.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
What's
Get
the,
fake Bella and you can be the overweight guy that needs soup nuts. No, I'm big. We try to go to that. There you go. You better get some tickets. Oh, really? Okay. Well, I don't know about that, but I know that I have some tickets. I told Katie. Yeah. It's what's so nice. With Mrs. Pro? Yeah. God. I think you do. Yeah, you got that. Yeah. Wow. I think you don't understand why they just go look. Brown's Road does runs. That's what they did, Rick Perry. He's got all the stuff, he's got prefab ramps, it's like. That done? Most, yeah, back in. Yeah, Susie told me last night, she's up on Facebook, people looking for some help. Did you see that? She's to me. Is she, I didn't know she. Yeah, last time I saw her, she was looking at people. They're holding somebody. Such a nice guy. Thank you. Probably most of the guys that go, but now. She know him and Dubsy going up, she's up there. Dubsy. Wait a minute. You know, some big guys involved. Dan was the opposite. Dan used his side. Okay. She used his size. So he didn't have to do, you know what I mean? He just used his presence and it'd be nice. I think it's just really like that. Really like him. I wonder if she. Hey, were you working here back in the Dan Lamasi days? I think so. You don't remember, Dubsky, court officer, your memory is Al and.
who?
Al and,
Yeah, Neil, and, yeah. Wait.
Your Honor, Mr. Noakes here. I'm ready to proceed on Holly.
I am ready. Go ahead and put your appearance on.
Is the prosecutor there?
No, do you want him?
Yes, because I'm going to make a motion to withdraw.
All right, who do you need? This is not a domestic violence, so I'm assuming Kaplan or Muhammad. We
Yeah,
don't have your
either
client
one of
yet.
them is
There he
fine.
is. There he is.
Let me go grab, either one of them are on Zoom. I'm good. It's on.
Mr. Noakes, if you know, how long has Mr. Holly been in custody?
I do not know, Your Honor, and
How long?
Can you hear me, Your Honor?
I can't now. How long you been in custody?
Sir, I've been in custody in the Department of Corrections since August 1st, July 29th, something around there. However, prior to being in the Department of Corrections, I served a year in the Livingston County Jail.
Okay. One I'm gonna get on Zoom.
Mohammed Jamal, he thought he was on.
Morning, gentlemen. He saw a squirrel. He gets distracted. Somebody will stop him in the hallway. Who's on the iPhone, you know?
I don't know. Ask you, somebody burned.
Morning, counsel. Is Mohammed in the hallway?
Nope.
All right,
Or is Mr.
I need him on Zoom. None of these, Joe, none of these attorneys got anything ready? Mr. Kaplan, good morning. Same here. All right, Mr. Noakes, your appearance for Mr. Holly.
Good morning. May it please this honorable court, William Noakes, P 42796 of the Neighborhood Defender Service of Detroit, on behalf of Mr. Richard Holly. Mr. Holly, please tell the judge your name.
My name is Richard Lewis Holly.
Thank you, sir. One of you.
Yep, Stephen Gamble on behalf of the people.
Thank you. Go ahead, Mr. Noakes.
Your Honor, at this time, I'm going to make a motion to withdraw from this case. I represented Mr. Holly in a case roughly 3 years ago, and we had differences which almost led to a physical altercation, such that I was allowed to withdraw from that case by Judge Kelly Ramsey. And I don't believe it will be appropriate for me to represent Mr. Holly, and I would ask that I be allowed to withdraw from the case and that a new attorney be appointed forthwith.
Anybody? All right. I can adjourn this 2 weeks and put the request in for another attorney.
Your Honor, may I speak?
Yes, go ahead.
Sir, I'm quite sure that you're well aware of how old this case is. This case is 3 years old. All the information I have on the case, it says I was arraigned on this 9/6/22. I don't remember that, but that's the information I have, and I'm going off of my pre-sentence investigation report from the case that I'm in prison for now. I think that's what it said. I was arraigned in front of Judge Lisa Marie or something.
Lisa Martin.
Like that.
Correct.
Right. I don't even remember that. But I would like, this is on the record, am I correct?
Yeah.
I would like to assert my rights to a speedy trial related to this case right now on the record. I feel that my rights have already been violated. My rights to a speedy trial have already been violated. And so I'm asserting that right today. And this adjournment, I do not wish to have attributed to me.
Okay. Well, it's
between
not
me
because you didn't ask for it.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
So let's address the speedy trial. Given the
Yes.
fact that you missed an exam date in 2022 and you've been in warrant status for 2.5 years, that ain't gonna fly. So we'll adjourn, we'll adjourn
I don't
your
understand.
PCC, sir.
I don't
You made a
understand how
request.
you can.
Don't talk over me.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
You made a motion, I just denied it. You want to bring that up with your next attorney and file something formally the prosecutor can deal with, that's fine. In the meantime, we'll adjourn this date 2 weeks out so we can do the paperwork to get another attorney here instead of Mr. Noakes to represent you. Understood?
You said I missed the date. When did I miss the date?
October 12, 2022, 11:45.
October 12th of 2022.
Correct.
You're saying I missed the date, October 10th.
No, October 12th, 2022. That was a preliminary exam scheduled 11:45.
October 12th, you said?
Yeah, and I'm not going to say it again. You get 2 weeks from now, we'll get a PCC date. You'll get a new attorney. We'll see you then. Bond is continued. Enjoy your day. Thanks for coming in, gentlemen. We got anything ready?
Mr. Sullivan?
I'll pull a file, Joe. I don't have a Sullivan file.
No, you have a Lawrence file, Attorney Sullivan.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you said Lawrence for Sullivan,
Yes.
which sounds like attorney for client. Go ahead. I got it, Lawrence. I'll cross it off, Joe. Go ahead, counsel.
Good morning, Judge Andrew Sullivan, PA 4261, Sharon, here of Lawrence, who's present on Zoom. Ms. Lawrence, can you unmute yourself and state your name for the record?
Yes, my name is Samira Lawrence.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What are we doing?
Yes, Judge, I filed a motion on this case. It was dismissed over 2 years ago when complainant was failed to appear for a preliminary exam. My understanding is that the prosecution has not sought to refile those charges, but the record of Ms. Lawrence's arrest continues to hang over her head. She fears that it's going to impact her ability to get a job, to find housing. She just recently learned that it's impacting her credit score. Ms. Lawrence, as I provided in the motion recently.
I have no motion.
A little slot that says motion.
No, what, I usually like to see this before the attorney stands here.
Where you,
Go ahead. When was this? Oh, when he filed it. Shit, I don't remember my name from yesterday. Go ahead, counsel. Go ahead.
Well, but Ms. Lawrence recently graduated with a bachelor's degree in psychology from Western Michigan.
Good for you, Miss Lawrence.
Thank you, sir.
She's not had any further
Yeah.
contact since this case was dismissed. She cares for 2 young children, ages 3 and 11. She's working 2 jobs. She's both a substitute teacher at.
Get to the ask, because you got me at hello. Get to the ask.
Steal the records. I think that Your Honor has authority under Michigan Court Rule 8.119.
Okay.
To just steal the records of this arrest. Certainly, again, the prosecution, the statute of limitations is still open. If the prosecution wants to refile the charges, they may. But until that point, I think that it's only fair that Ms. Lawrence have a presumption of innocence and have a record sealed.
I've never even had this issue come up.
Judge, before that, Judge, I believe when evaluating officer safety during a lawful encounter, their ability to properly assess potential threat an individual poses could be impaired based on this motion that this motion was granted. So we would object. In this specific case, it involves an assault with intent to murder, multiple counts of that. I think 2 to be specific. So based on that, I think officers' ability to assess that individual would be impaired, so we would object on that basis.
Also, just clarify, the request, Judge, is to seal the public record. I'm not saying the police can't maintain their own private file on Samira Lawrence and use that to do investigation in the future or to protect themselves from whatever threat they perceive. But this is not something that an employer needs to know about. This is not something that, you know, a credit bureau needs to know about. And so I think the rule requires that this be the least restrictive means. I believe it is the least restrictive means of accomplishing this public interest, not just Samira Lawrence's interest, but a public interest that Samira Lawrence be available to be a counselor to help people who struggle with their mental health as she intends to do with her psychology degree.
Anything else?
Judge, I believe things that I have, which would show her what the charges involved with what the person's charged with are extremely important for public safety. I think it's something they should know. At the end of the day, the defendant still was charged. It was the judge found probable cause when they signed the warrant. And this isn't a situation where the case was dismissed on its merits. Complaining witness, and I wasn't a part of the case a few years ago, but the complaining witness didn't have an opportunity. Well, they did have an opportunity, but they didn't testify. So it wasn't dismissed on its merits. So we would just object, but we ultimately understand it's at the discretion of the court.
Father Carolina wants me to, but
Sure, go ahead.
all day, Judge.
Yeah.
The prosecution and I may disagree about what merits are. Here, the prosecution put a witness on notice that there was a hearing and that they needed to be here in order to substantiate a charge.
Right.
And the witness did not appear to substantiate that charge, and so Ms. Lawrence maintains her presumption of innocence.
Right. Right. So look, what's the difference between somebody that gets in the system because there's an arrest and then further investigation charges are never brought? Isn't it the same situation we'd have here? She's in the system, following her around for life. Isn't that the same scenario?
Yes, Judge, I do believe it.
In both that fictional person and this lady have a presumption of innocence. Motion granted. You got an order? All right. Thank you, gentlemen. It's been a while. Somebody have work for me, Mr. Cookie? Give me a name.
Butler, Mr. Moroni.
Got them both right here. Somebody must have pulled the files.
Maybe the next one stabs on.
Which one do you want to start with, Mr. Goki? Mr. Butler, you're up alphabetically. Counsel, what do we got? So you're ready for an exam? I got next Wednesday. Yeah, how about November 26th? And 12 noon? All right, Mr. Butler, we'll get you a paper notice with that court date on it. And bond will continue. You're welcome. Let's do the same date. Mr. Moroni, how about November 26th at 12 noon? Bond will continue. Bond will continue for you. Same thing. Have a seat. We'll get you a paper notice.
We'll see results.
You as well.
When you started talking, I remember I read that motion like way back. It was fun. Because I remember thinking, we've never had anybody make that request.
But is he
But
going
you know, here's what blows my mind. I gotta remember to follow up
to
with.
see that important getting that vision too?
I gotta follow up with TVG because there's some family environment, you know that?
Mhm.
Their son, 19 years old, was arrested on suspicion of rape, I think it was. The investigation was like, oh, this kid had nothing to do with this whole scenario, like a party thing, you know? So no penalty was brought. Well, we didn't understand that, you know, the job, oh, right, that, there's no way to put the. I remember Tina was really upset because Tina was doing research on it and everything.
You can get that first section taken off.
I'm gonna have to ask, follow up on
This
it.
one's just. No, what? I.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it seems like it's gotta be something for me, right?
But it's not something that we would have overruled, it's something that's gotta go down.
I think it's gotta be something at the state level. The state manages own it. I think that would be the state thing.
Hello?
You see that?
What's that?
How many IB police officers, they have that exact same thing, and this one, that was.
Some kind of record, yeah.
And then they sort of say, oh, I got nothing, because the guy kid. Background.
Right. That's why, you know, you gotta be specific with your question, right? Have you ever been convicted versus have you ever been arrested? To ask some different questions.
Thank you, appreciate you.
Oh, for.
It's chair, we got you. That's her was ready to go. We didn't know, she didn't talk to the
What's the name? Defendant.
mom.
Who was it?
NOF, NOF.
N-O?
Mr. Bicker, have you spoke to your client? No.
I have. I was just trying to write about that. I'm sorry. Let me get these pods in so I don't.
Is he coming in on Zoom?
Can you hear me okay? No. So he only has literally a landline connected phone. Mr. Noss indicated to me that when he was there for his arraignment, that he provided paperwork for his upcoming surgery that he just had, which removed a part of his bowels. And so he's at home basically under heavy medication. And he said that he's never used Zoom before ever. So I indicated to him that I was contacting the court, and I do apologize. Another thing came up kind of and I meant to call you about this a long time ago. But the point is that I needed to contact the court and see if we could possibly get another PCC date for Mr. Knopf's. But
Yeah,
he indicated that he
Yeah.
had provided some paperwork about that.
Yeah, we've got a record of it, Mr. Bickert. So how far out
Okay.
you want to go?
Judge, I would say, to be safe, maybe 2 weeks.
The 29th?
He didn't really, and I do apologize. I didn't really ask specifically how long he needed. But I would think maybe at least 2 weeks.
That's fine. We can do the 29th.
That
No
sounds good to
problem.
me, Judge. And then I'll get in touch with Mr. Noss and have close contact. And if there's any issue with that, I will contact the court.
That's going to be Judge Patton, Zoom 9:15.
Understood, Judge.
Enjoy your day.
You too. Everyone, thank you. Appreciate it. I apologize for the delay.
Wish him luck.
Thank you.
Why is Ruthie on?
She's my coach.
Oh, okay. Hi, Ruthie.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Joe.
Hey, man, suspicions.
Already?
Hey,
You got your license? Oh, look, he's so proud of himself. It's valid. You're good to go. Good to go. Good luck.
You're damn near bilingual. I'm trying to learn more because working downtown, that you a lot of them. So, and maybe bunch of us who are, not a bunch, I think there's 3 of us from below the club. We're going down with a bunch of other Rotarians from Southeast Michigan down to Honduras on a mission trip. So one of the guys locally, he was a Grosio Rotarian, but he's Mexican guy. He lives here, business owner, really nice guy, just super sweet guy. So he agreed he can have, I can't remember where his business was here in Providence. And he had language classes for a bunch of us, like 4 or 5 days, you know? And so his teachers just basic phrases, right? So one of the things that really struck me, I had to put out a kid in higher. But, you know, when there's Vias is big deal, right? When we get down 100, nobody's enjoying the Via. Is anybody up here below?
Oh, true.
Right? So down there, it's like, you want to be in? What? You want to be in? They just run it all together. It's like, just everything's just shortened, right? It's like, Exposed is spouse. I think they call me. Then I think my wife, yeah, they know jazz pretty far. But sometimes they don't, right? That's a slang. They teach, I've heard from. I would say. Because you can get it. Come on, would you give me my props and want to enjoy? I was so proud. We had so much fun on that trip. We're we're building this school. We're working with a bunch of other and oh my God, it's so fun. Where's Honduras? That's South America. It's Honduras is right there. Or Central. So it's so it's just south of Mexico.
In this courtroom moment, the judge moves quickly through several cases during a busy morning docket. One defendant appears regarding a minor traffic-related charge. After reviewing the records, the court realizes that the defendant had already paid the civil infraction earlier. Because of that payment, the prosecutor decides to dismiss the remaining misdemeanor charge. The judge explains that since the defendant previously posted a $150 bond, the case will be dismissed and 90% of the bond will be returned, with the court keeping a small administrative fee. The judge carefully explains the situation so the defendant understands what happened. The civil infraction had already been resolved in the system, so there was no reason to continue pursuing the remaining charge. After clarifying everything, the judge officially dismisses the case and confirms that the defendant will receive most of the money back. The hearing ends with the judge wishing the defendant a good day as the court moves on to the next case. Do you think the court handled this situation fairly? Let us know your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more real courtroom moments.